Hey guys, it's Mike hot. Hopefully Mike should be hot. Yes, okay, good. Somebody moved and made noises. Mike is hot. Hi guys. Welcome to Divine and Conqueror's Sacred World. This is a 5th edition game based on the Pathfinder Underseas, using the Greyhawk Pantheon, a little bit of Tal'Dorei, a little bit of Innistrad, and I'm starting to incorporate some things for my own homebrew, who hopefully will have maps and stuff of that later.
Homebrew, you say?
Homebrew, yeah. I actually changed a couple of things that you guys could discover, which is super cool. But yes, hi guys, welcome. I'm so excited on this. Super excited on this Friday night. I get to hang out with my friends, roll some dice, drink some sody pop that is totally not here. It's
nice.
It's at my house, so I can't do that actually.
I have something important to say.
What is it?
Because earlier we did like I think it was a couple days ago, Tabatha and I did the math.
Yes.
So it's not technically exactly 1 month yet, but it's almost 1 month till my birthday, and my birthday falls on a Friday.
Nice. What? Wes is gonna have a birthday?
Wes is gonna have a birthday. Please be kind to him.
Wait, mine falls on a Saturday.
Wait.
I think all the holidays.
I had a birthday stream.
So cool.
I think all the holidays fall on weekends this year too.
Oh, yeah. Jeremiah also. Yeah. Well, if everybody could just change their birthday to stream day, so we can celebrate, because we can't hang out with each other.
Yours was on a Harry Potter day. Jeremiah's was on a Sacred World day.
You have to wait. Like, what is it? Maybe like 6 or 7 years for that.
Oh.
Mine's a Tuesday.
That's how that works, right?
That's exactly
We're streaming on Tuesday.
Streaming on Tuesday, guys. That's how that works. Hi guys, welcome. Before we jump into introduction and all that stuff, do we have, other than that awesome special announcement where our good boy becomes a gooder boy? That's how that works, right? As you age, you just become gooder.
Right? Yes,
that's a correct word,
exactly
right? Gooder.
Okay,
making sure.
Gooder is definitely a real word. I've looked it up right here in my encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's a correct vocab. Okay.
It's language.
The Westington Chattington Encyclopedia.
Yes.
Smartness.
Smartitude. It's a very hefty read because it fits on my entire hand.
That is a book almost right now. It is being added to not the lexicon. What's it called? The World's Library.
But God.
Yeah. 4 west chests tall.
4 west chests tall. Yes.
Side by side or stacked on top of each other?
That's a good question.
Well, it depends on who wrote it. If T the Wise wrote it, then it's gonna be stacked on stacks. Hey, our friends at Talon Claw are currently doing a Kickstarter right now, which got successfully funded on like their first couple of minutes, which is amazing. They're making these amazing whiskey dice vaults. This is not the whiskey one, but imagine this made out of a whiskey barrel. It's so cool. And because they got successfully funded so much, I believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Jeremiah, because I think you're the one that reminded me. If you do one of the pledges for $50 or more, you will get an awesome shot glass or a sticker.
Actually,
you get both?
Yes. If you get a pledge, if you pledge for $50 or more on their Kickstarter, you will get a shot glass that has like the Talon and Claw logo on it.
Nice.
And they have a holographic mimic sticker, and it looks absolutely adorable. It's a whiskey barrel.
Yes.
Mimic.
Is the mimic
it was
amazing.
Yeah, oh, that's amazing. That's so cool.
And it's a holographic sticker, and I want it, and I need to upgrade my pledge right now.
Which, like, if I recall, if you get one of the normal dice vaults and you just get like a engraving on it, you get that, and then you get stickers and shot glasses and other things, which is cool. So you don't have to just drink your whiskey from the dice vault. You can have a little shot glass.
Yeah,
shot glass to do it.
But
you drink your whiskey from the dice vault and then have your chaser in the shot glass.
Oh, smart. Yeah. If you go to Kickstarter.com and just type in Talon Claw, you'll be able to find them. If you want to purchase other things that they have, like their regular dice bolts, which they have a Pride one, which looks freaking adorable and amazing. They're also, I think, making one of the dual hex ones, like this guy.
I need a dual hex because I have 2 new.
Wait, they're doing a dual hex one too?
Yes, I saw a thing of it and it looks amazing. Yeah, and that's all that it's on their shop. If you go down below and to their Etsy, if you put in the code Divine Conquer, you get 10% off, which is amazing. Yeah, so dice bolts, dice trays, some leather dice rollers, DM screens. It's so cool. But yeah. And also, other than just look, we got merch stuff. Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
Which the website's down below if you're watching this on Anchor or listening to it on Anchor or Spotify or watching it on YouTube. Just go down below and all the info's there. Hey, bro. Is there a bro thing that some bros are doing about some like bro stuff?
Bro stuff? Oh, bro. Let me tell you about this, bro.
Bro.
So, bro. There's this webcomic called Alistair that I'm writing with the cool bro named Lynn that's doing the art. And I just saw some panels yesterday that we were working on. They look really nice. I'm super excited for this. So, Alistair is a webcomic about a righteous paladin bro named Alistair who goes on a quest to save the world with his barbarian bro buddy, Wes. And they're certainly going to try their best. We have Patreon. You can scroll down below for all that goodness. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. And you get access to our Discord where you get to hang out with a bunch of other cool people. And you can we added some new channels recently. We have a channel now for food for all of you people that are into food and like to post pictures of food of like whatever you make, or just if you're like one of those Instagram people that like to take pictures of whatever food you got. We got a channel for that now. We have role plays. We have just general chatting. We have a channel dedicated to our Demiplanes and Doodles stream that we do on Saturday nights. Which tomorrow night we're going to be doing Demiplanes and Doodles on heroes and protagonists. So we're going to pick my brain a bit about writing those while we draw heroes and protagonists that we recognize.
Nice.
And yeah, since it's on a Saturday, and I heard somebody's birthday is on a Saturday, Coleton, do you want a special birthday stream?
You're muted, my friend.
I can't hear the boy.
Dang it, I did that to myself. Yes, I would, but it's not this Saturday. But yeah,
but when you got to tell me which Saturday, and we can have a special Demiplane stream.
Yeah, that'll be cool, dude.
Saturday, the 26th of September.
Oh,
it's gonna go on my calendar.
I'm gonna be an old man.
So old, so much man.
Old.
Wow.
But my insurance goes down, so that's amazing.
What?
Wow.
I heard a youngling speaking in the aether over here. Yeah, that'll be cool. Also, it
was at that moment he knew. He fucked up.
A cool little thing that I don't know, I like, and if you go to you can just look it up, but the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the original cast, is going to get together and stream and do a watch party for the 30th anniversary of the 1990 movie with the original cast, which is kind of cool. I don't know, it's a little thing
on Facebook too. It was the Spanish voice actors for Dragon Ball Z. They got together on a Zoom call and they went through one of their scenes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, the voice actor for Gohan, oh my god, he does so much work in like the Latin community for anime. Like, oh my god, from Tommy Pickles all the way to Gohan, it's amazing. It's so weird how much stuff he does. But yeah, and just a little plug for our Monday stream for the podcast. We're going to be doing Martial versus Magic.
I have some experience on that.
Yeah, so we're going to discuss the two styles of tech and kind of combat a little bit, but just the two different ways of doing things. What people like, what they don't.
No one's going to be able to guess what I'm going to like to talk about a lot.
Martial classes?
Of course.
The best.
Yeah, like I have absolutely no experience playing a martial class, so I would love for Coleton to just lecture me on how to play a martial class for sure.
Right,
and I will talk all about being a spellcaster because I am an expert at being a spellcaster.
Even when I go for martial classes, I end up using a lot of magic. So
Yes.
Like, Wes, you have 2 spells. Just 2. Try to get these straight.
Only 2. That's more than I can count.
That makes sense. So, with all that aside, let's introduce ourselves and get right into our game. And we'll see how this goes. Hi guys, I am Jesus. I'll be y'all's DM for tonight. And as per usual, we're starting with Jeremiah. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Jeremiah, and I play Rognarv, Full Metal Artificer. Brum too. The versatile girl Brum.
Brum is the best. She needs more
Brum
of just
is best girl.
Brum is best girl.
She is best.
She is best. And
Dare
then
I say, Brum is waifu.
Kawaii waifu.
Brum is waifu. Next to Jeremiah, we have a Coleton.
Hello, my name is Coleton. I play Ariell, the Angel Paladin of Palor.
Yeah. And next we have 2 people. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I'm looking at Twitch and I'm technically next.
Okay.
I'm Vic, and I will be playing West, the human barbarian warlock.
Yeah.
And Nicole.
Hello, I'm Tabatha. I will be playing Cole, the Tiefling Cleric.
Do we have a fun fact?
We got a fun fact about Cole today?
No.
No.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Wow.
That's fine.
Well, why am I even here?
I know, right?
Oh, okay, fine.
What's your
He's a Capricorn.
He's a Capricorn. I knew it. I knew it.
Wouldn't have guessed that at all. At least he's not an Aries.
Wow.
Your middle name is Capricorn?
Triggered.
Cole C.
Cole C. There we go. And then
Capricorn is.
Kelsey.
Yeah, my name's Kelsey, and I will be playing Laz, the Water Genasi Barbarian. I mean, Bard. I always say Barbarian.
Did you
Barbarian.
Maybe I really want to be a Barbarian.
You
I
should.
think my inner self, my next character needs to be a Barbarian.
Arwell
Is
has
Laz
made her
gonna
speak
dual
less.
class?
I think Laz is gonna dual class, guys.
Don't tempt
That would be
me.
amazing.
Don't tempt me.
She's getting mad
If you
enough.
become a barbarian, I got a name for you.
A Barbarian.
Dude. I kind of like that, not gonna lie.
Barbarian.
Just put
The
some
first
blades
time
in
Laz
your heart.
rages, it's going to trip Ariell out.
Wes will just be in the back like, yes!
Laz just gets super jacked.
Hulks out.
It's a montage of her just lifting weights and pumping in prison.
You're the best. Stay around.
And last but absolutely not least, that's a Dickie.
Hi, I'm Dickie. I'm old as dirt. I play Orcdeath, the mighty, dwarven fighter, alcoholic, and pissed off at the group.
Yeah,
That's also old as dirt.
old. Yeah. But with all those introductions out the way, let's roll that intro. Hey guys, and we're back. So, to recap what happened last time. So, the EVs and our bag of beans. Bag of beans! Essentially marched many days into the Upper Dark, taking a little detour. Total trip about being about 14 days. Because I know last you weren't here, just make sure to mark off 14 days worth of rations.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Essentially taking a detour to go to a very specific house and meeting Geiko, the Lady of Silk and String. After a couple of maybe force discussion, learning that there are several people who are worshiping Lamashtu or working with Lamashtu, passing throughout different tunnels of the Underdark, fighting off a undead stone giant, learning that there is a death curse throughout the land, the Underdark, with some denizens like the Duergar that you guys found, at least knowing that the Death Tyrant died, the Beholder died, becoming a Death Tyrant and releasing this death curse. With some discussion, you guys found out that there is a fire giant who is taking hold of the Duergar home, and with some negotiation, you guys agreed to, if you defeat that tyrant, they will give you their best men on your mission to defeat your tyrant. As you guys explore a couple days in the Underdark, reaching the city of, as I need to look at the correct spelling of this, reaching the city of Daraka, the Duergar hold. Yes. I can give you the proper spelling if you really need to. Which I should have said this yesterday. I mean, the last game. If I didn't, the fire giant's name that took over the city is called Zordazu the Smith. So,
Zordazu's a bitch? What?
Yeah, you can call him that. Let's please call him that to his face. I want that to be a thing.
That is something Westwood 100% do.
He's a fire what?
He's a fire giant. Hence the fire giant that you saw guarding the tower. So as you guys saw, let's just go to the map, shall we? Why diddly the daddle?
Beautiful map.
The map or our blueprint?
Oh yes. Just so you guys know, there is some behind the scenes happening in a minute. You guys are going to see the battle plan that our beautiful players have laid out. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. Look at these beautiful battle strategies. That
amazing.
Boy.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
It's so great.
It makes perfect sense.
So
That's that. I thought that was. I think we're really on top of our game for this.
Yes.
Yep.
That was such
All
a
right.
perfect,
And cleaning. All right.
Oh.
So.
I thought that was permanent there.
No.
Crap! I forgot what we were gonna do.
As you guys are up here in this abandoned city, as your new I wouldn't even say ally, the person who's leading the way, this Duergar, as he said, "Welcome to Daraka." As this lava river splitting the city into two is completely lining up everything within a mile or so of a distance. You see the lava flow actually. You can roll me nature if you so wish. As there's a lava flow that starts moving towards this large fortress and surrounds it. That's a 10? Yeah, no. What if the rest? Yes, if you have nature trained, you may roll nature.
Oh, if we have it trained,
yeah.
I don't have it trained.
Oh,
but
Never mind.
Then I won't.
I thought you said when I
thought you were just like, hey, bro, roll in nature.
If you, yeah, sure, it's fine. You can roll. Yeah, that's fine. If you want
gonna
to,
be like-
that's fine. I'll make the DC a little bit higher.
Because it was 18 plus 1, so 19.
19. Okay. 19's good.
15.
15 won't do it.
Yep. This will do it. This will definitely do it.
What did you get?
This will definitely do it. This will
Nat
definitely.
What'd you get,
5.
Wes? 5. Oh. Cole, as you're noticing the stream of lava as it's going around the fortress, two things: the fortress is not melting. Secondly, you're seeing the lava starting to go up over a hill and to the fortress and around it, and the lava is flowing upwards towards that area. 100% not how that works.
Nature doesn't work like that.
Nature doesn't work like what?
Lava going up flow like that. That shouldn't be a thing.
I don't know how lava works.
As you're saying that, how loudly right now?
He is not. He's keeping his voice down. He is not saying this loud.
Okay. Just making sure. As
Good clarification.
Yes.
Just also letting it be known. If he's standing next to West, he'll be going. If anytime West opens his mouth, he's immediately going to like suplex like his hand up to like slam West's jaw closed.
Then my tongue.
The city is completely divided, and it looks large, very widely spread, but throughout these areas you see two-headed giants, so one body but two heads walking around, and on this other side, over the bridge, you would see a minuscule amount of Duergar walking, and a couple of those two-headed giants walking throughout, and a even bigger giant entity with darker skin and flaming red hair. From the distance, it almost looks like his head is on fire. Over on this side, throughout the cities of just iron and stone and brick, you see a large dug up hole with brick laid out in front to reinforce, almost caving in so something won't actually climb out of it. And as your Duergar compatriots would explain, that is the hole where the dead get thrown, if not into the river. On this side, slightly where the map cannot be seen, there is a mountainside within the Underdark that has a tunnel that has that looks almost mimicking as the other mountainside for where you started out, where the glow came from, emanating on the first couple days when you walked down the stairs. There is additional to all these giants, there is a massive humanoid on top of what looks like to be a watchtower. As this watchtower looks like it was once wood, is being reinforced with steel, and the steel's bending to the weight of this entity. He doesn't have the kind of grayish skin as the other giant that is patrolling Duergar, nor the giant that is in full plate armor guarding the fortress. His skin actually looks pretty comparison to most of y'all's, and the more you look at it, it does remind you of a certain hill giant you faced once, but he's almost twice the size.
We make the same.
We need another bag.
As I won't make that mistake
like
again.
Hill Giant.
This one's bigger. No, this hill giant, from what it looks around, he is constantly eating, and it looks like he almost has a full size pig in one hand as he's just biting into it.
Eyes never strike his ass. Gluttony is a sin.
You ain't wrong. On the roof, you'll see two Ettins again. And in this major home, you see as though another fire giant is moving crates inside. And it looks to be, well, from your distance, you won't really be able to see. But as you guys arrive to the city where you are at, where is your proper name, sir? I'm looking for, nope, you're not Udo. Character names.
Cole made me bit my tongue.
Oh, sorry. So, Anzen, the elder of the Duergar.
That's important.
Yes, his name is Anzen. As he looks at you specifically, Cole. Ah, nice shield.
Your shield.
I found it.
Finders keepers.
I have a question for the map, basically, like this
Sure.
wise.
Yes.
You don't have to answer if it's not possible answer, but since we're here, like from here to here, basically, how far is that? Just for the scale of it.
It could be minutes or hours, depending on how stealthy you want to be. It's you can get from one side to the other in a day if you hauled butt. If you it does look like it's going to be a bit of a journey, at least half a day to get to the other side.
Okay, so it's pretty big. Like this place.
Yes,
is pretty
big. It's large enough that it would be impossible for you to see actual minis on here.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't see anyone over here, right?
No, you did not.
Good.
I will actually move you guys to a much closer map of where you are.
Ooh.
So
Yes.
along our again, we were able to witness basically the fire giant and the Ettins and all that, correct? We were able to do that?
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. So you
How big is this now?
this is the demolished village. That was completely abandoned. Not a single actual structure holds to protect you from any real elements or anything, but it does hide you somewhat.
No, this made it immediately like, wow, this is a big place. As soon as you went,
it
zooming
is
in here.
a huge location.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, because while they would be doing that, I guess as they would be traveling to this location, Cole would be asking the elder Duergar, what was his name again? I'm sorry.
Anzin.
He would be asking Anzin about what, aside from the fire, like just trying to get a plan in action, just like, okay, I see the Ettin and the fire giants and the hill giants. What else do we need to be aware of?
I do not know that, but and you see that he's looking at the two Duergar twins. Well, not twins, but they're brother and sister. Apologize. These are not twins. I specifically want not to have two twin dwarves again. Her name would be Uri, and Gili would be the brother's name. So Uli looks. My son, he has the plans. He's been going in and out. He's trusted throughout the community. He would definitely know what to do. He has a blueprint, you can say, that will definitely let us know who and where is going, who's going where, what time they're going. We just need to find him. I'm sure he's safe at home, and everything will be good. We just haven't had the morale to actually do anything about this.
And where is home if he's safe at home?
And as she points to the other side of the river, essentially, from the closer side to where you are is pretty much giant camp, and then all the Duergar have been kicked to the other side of the lava.
So Ariell will speak up to the group. Well, speak up quietly, whisper. So it appears going down into the left is not an ideal scenario, nor is storming the castle at the moment with the two creatures on top.
Well, from what it sounds like, they already have a plan, and I suggest maybe we go along with that.
If we use the beginning of my plan to sneak around the right, use the hills and the terrain as cover, we could possibly avoid the camp to the left.
I'm gonna put you guys back on the bigger map so you guys can plan out if you need to.
Okay.
Yeah, so kind of camp is here, enemy camp.
Mm-hmm.
Ariell was saying sneak to here around those hills and then kind of use, what cover there is provided, because there isn't a bad guy or bad camp that we can see at least over here, but there is a lot of bad guys here.
The Duergar were saying that they need to go to on the other side of the river? Where is it they were saying that they need to get?
On their home.
Okay.
This is their city, but it's been completely taken over by the giants.
Okay.
So if we can sneak down to approximately here, I can fly the Duergar over the river to the other side, about right there, and I'll kind of point in the distance.
Yeah.
And from there we can make our way along the banks to find his son.
As you're saying that, she would approach, just letting you know that the giants find punishments with a bit of joy, and they tend to try to punish based on what they think it's amusing at the time. As my brother here spoke out, and you see that her brother opens his mouth, and you see no tongue, for saying that he wanted more rations for the day.
I'm gonna look at the party. Was like, well, as quietly as I can, anyway.
Assuming that you guys are all speaking quietly based on the distance.
With knowing, sorry, real quick, if knowing, divine and being to the Underdark and stuff, would I have any kind of idea that divine holy healing may actually have an adverse effect on a Duergar?
Unlike older editions, this would be something that you would definitely know. Same thing with Cole. Anyone that casts any healing spells would definitely know. There is no I'm casting healing energy, it's going to do an opposite effect on the undead or evil entities. Healing will heal.
Okay, good. Because I did that last couple games ago on a friend who was an undead, and he didn't tell me. And,
unless there's specific rules on that, then yeah. But if it's living, it heals.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Then I would try that as he said, they show that. I'll try to heal him, see if anything happens. I mean, it's worth a shot.
So what are you casting exactly?
I would cast Healing Touch.
Okay. As you all see Ariell pray for a second, mentally prepare himself, and cast his divine energy in almost like a suave fashion that you've seen this heal many things, but unfortunately does not grow back the tongue. You feel that it's far too late, as the immediate healing properties take effect, almost like it speeds up your own healing. So you might need a much stronger spell to get that tongue back.
Yeah.
You hear Cole in the background. You need a regeneration spell for that.
As you see that the older Duergar is looking at you guys. You guys have a lot of fancy ways of doing things and equipment.
Not me, I like to drink and fight. Nothing more about that.
Drinking and fighting. That is something that I can get down to.
Perhaps we should share a bottle or two.
If we can make it to our camp, I'll give you the last that we have of our Duergar ale. See how that holds to your tongue. But are you going to interrupt as he's speaking?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
You can talk. I'm just gathering my thoughts.
Okay, cool. No problem. As a point of reference, we've been hearing that the smith, this Fire Giant King, has a very special pet. Many of us could not live up to the pet's expectations, and we were killed and cast off. Our greatest jewelers and greatest smiths were just thrown to the lava. And as he's eyeing heavily your shield, Cole, that is one of the smith's daily throwaways.
Cole looks down at it. What?
Oof. Oof.
You're carrying
Your
garbage.
$5 bin.
Yeesh.
It seems as though this smith, this Fire Giant King, came here looking for something to ease his temper, and the only way to ease that is to creating. And I wanted to see if anyone in the city can match his creations. And when we didn't, we were killed and overtaken slowly.
Hey, I got somebody in the group that's pretty good at making creations. Looks back over at Rognarv.
I'm like, get back in the hole. Get back in the hole.
Must protect.
As
I'm joking, but
as
What-
he looks
what
at
pissed him
Rognarv.
off? Like, if he was trying to find something to ease his anger, then what pissed him off to begin with?
Well, lad, to be honest, I didn't ask much. I was fighting and trying to stay alive. We didn't have a sit down.
Cole does have one other question, and that would be along the lines of, I see the pit over yonder. How much of an issue of the undead do you have here in the city?
Issue? None. They're either cast to the lava or thrown down the pit.
I ask because I do have things I do have spells that can prevent this. Prevent one from turning undead.
Then I would use it on yourself if you feel that you are about to die.
I'm going to look to the rest of them. So, what is the plan? Do we go around trying to avoid the enemy? Or do you have any better ideas?
Well, here's my thoughts.
Oh,
If we're
no.
here to get rid... Excuse me. Hey. But he's talking in a hushed whisper, so he's doing his best to whisper. Like, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We're here to kill the tyrant and free these people, right? So why aren't we going over there and depleting his forces? Don't you think that if we start, taking down his men, he won't be much of a fight?
Well,
by himself?
I think in a normal situation, yes, but if we spend our time taking out his men, we will be too weak to face him. And this terrain, this area is not a very hospitable place to try to collect ourselves. We either do this stealthily, or we can, like my original idea, get into the castle and attack him first, hopefully with any luck. With boss gone, his men will flee.
Okay.
You guys
So
can
if
all
we
roll me
sneak around-
perception if you want.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay, so if we sneak around, what's to stop anyone from in that castle from seeing us?
Sneaky nicks.
Well,
Good thing I had advantage because
there tends to be only a couple or handful of guards on our side. As long as you stay inside, they don't really care too much.
23.
Oh yeah, all right. Ariell sees it for sure.
27.
Okay.
A
Pass.
4.
Wes does not. Wes is still strategizing. So Laz, Ariell, and Rognarv, you see that you guys are easily outnumbered. Not counting the Duergar. at least on this side, there's like 14 giants out.
I'm gonna look at the party and kind of look at West too. Like, well, with what West was trying to say, I do have a spell that can enter us in the castle without being seen.
Cole got a 14 on perception.
Okay.
Quote unquote invisibility.
That would be most useful.
If you want to sneak in the castle without
Many
being
of us
seen,
do go on hunting parties. The food they give us is not enough, and they know it. So we turn invisible for a small amount of time, go out to hunt, bring back what we can.
How many individuals can you cast invisibility on?
Just ourselves.
with Rognarv, I can cast it on all our party, but it will deplete me with a lot of my spells. But I can always fight with my axe.
That would be doable if you can cast invisibility. I can fly those of us light enough to the roof. We can deal with the 2 sentries on top and make our way into the castle. West.
With me, granting invisibility to the whole party, I won't be much of a flyer.
That's fine. I could make multiple trips if need be, as long as we get on top of the roof and deal with the enemies before the spell ends or we are discovered. Then we should be good. West is rather large. I'm not sure I'm strong enough to carry him up to the top of the castle, but I did buy potions for this. 16 strength, so I'm gonna assume no.
Yeah, flying with you.
Boy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge.
Everyone else,
And I have
feel
a
like
hammer.
It's possibly
Yeah, I
doable,
can-
but not West.
Remember, I'm 40 pounds wearing a 100-pound shirt.
This is true.
Yeah, the
Um,
thing
It is 100
about-
pounds.
As you guys
The thing
are
ab-
talking, you do see that Uriel is talking to Unzin in Undercommon. Not looking at you guys at all. Not like they're both looking at the ground talking to themselves.
As I'm talking to the party, do I notice that?
With the perception you guys rolled, yes, you guys do notice that. Everybody except for West and Orcdeath.
I cast tongues as I'm talking with the party and just trying to eavesdrop, but not really, like, obviously.
Okay.
Just if they do say something.
As you do, you will catch the end bit of the conversation as she'll be saying, "So, do we let them know? If they go in without, they could all die instantly." And Anzen is looking at the floor and then looks at you, Ariell, and just smiles a bit. Aye. Then you know, the one that we call Dreadnought, her armor is attuned to the tower.
Excuse me, what?
Do you not think we tried invading it before? We've made spears and axes made of stone. Any time that anything opens, she knows that armor is the same as the enforcements in that tower. The smith, that king they call. He has a way with material and metal. If you go in, she'll know. If you feel confident in fighting if you feel confident in fighting their king and her at the same time, then do it.
I'm not confident.
Oh, concern.
Yeah, that when I heard
And
about the
from
armor
what you
and the
can
castle,
see,
I was like, nope.
Ariell and Laz, still with yours perceptions because yours were only one high enough. You do see again putting up where would that be? Show players. Nope. I hit add into the show players. The tower shields that she has, it looks like there is flame on them, and the more you kind of look at it, because it has its own like light source that you can see, it almost looks like it is liquid moving, as though there's magma in there, and her eyes are also that same tint, as though her eyes look like they're made out of lava.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Wes is just watching a piece of ash fall from the ceiling, just...
Our city had over 7,000 Duergar, and a handful of these giants took them. He killed many, but somehow they kept getting more eaten in. The first fight is the only time any of us saw the smith. How many pets he has inside are unknown to us.
So Cole had mentioned earlier that, out loud to us, that it's not natural that lava is moving upwards. At that point, would Ariell have noticed the strange movement around the castle?
I mean, it looks odd. It looks like a mode of, and, water doesn't flow upriver.
So I'm wondering, out of character at the moment, if we were to stop that flow, if the flow is somehow connected to that woman's armor, or her shield rather. So I'm floating that in my mind during this whole conversation. And I'll look to the party. So if going inside of the castle is a certain death sentence, and fighting their forces head on is also a death sentence, as we are grossly overwhelmed and outnumbered.
Yes.
I suppose the only way would be to try to do some stealth scouting around the outskirts, picking off those we can. I would think that if if Rognarv and I swear to God,
You
we
called?
gotta get Cal back. Like, I'm just saying.
That's the mission.
If Rognarv and I can conceal ourselves with his invisibility spell and both fly up to the tower, perhaps, with any luck, we can deal with them or pull them over the edge into the lava below.
I'm gonna
before
tell.
falling back.
What was that little bit?
I'm gonna tell. What's up?
It's like, I'm sorry, what was that little bit about? If you approach the tower or whatever, they will know?
If we go inside the tower, or open the tower.
I'm gonna also tell Ariell immediately. Who's like, well, I don't know about you. I can be invisible and fly at the same time, but I can't make you invisible and fly at the same time. That's Rognarv's words, basically saying invisibility and fly is concentration. But I can blink and become and fly at the same time, which, quote unquote, I can be invisible. I can shimmer in and out as I fly forward, but I can't make you invisible and fly.
As you see the Uriel, she will step forward. What are we talking about? Let's just go see Goodfin, and we have the plan. He's already been working on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that like, well, they do have a plan, so maybe that is
In all fairness,
The option
they've been working
right
on
now.
this a lot longer than we have.
Then maybe that is the best option for now, is to look for this sun.
Yeah, I guess let's
Yes.
get you over there.
The only thing is, how are you going to get in?
Oh, get into the dwarven camp.
Mm,
That's our issue.
Maybe I can make all of us invisible, and then let's hurry up.
Or, how long can you stay invisible, Rognarv?
Just about an hour.
Okay.
Once
I
we
would
hit
say-
a specific point, we can only do it for a minute or so. If you just follow the sound of our steps, you should be fine, because we'll be running.
Problem is, we need to get into that camp without being seen.
Turning invisible.
Only one of us can turn invisible.
No, I can
So-
turn the whole party invisible
Oh, the whole party invisible? Okay.
Oh, it's gonna be like,
for
hold on,
an
hold on,
hour,
hold
but
on.
that will
Hold on,
that
hold
will tire
Hold
me
on,
out with
something
spells.
Okay.
on. Hold on.
Oh, Cole's got something?
I think I have to double check.
As Cole opens his giant book.
As you see,
Leave my boy alone.
Ariell kind of, as he's being pretty quiet and just kind of overlooking the camps. I've never faced anyone like that, but I believe that I should be able to open anything that you present me in front of.
Oh,
Fair enough.
So, if
It's just-
and as he's looking at Ariell, if it is the top that needs to be open, I should be able to do it. But if I fuck it up, then she'll know, apparently.
Well, either we try,
Probably.
or we face her directly. There's really the only two options, I would think.
My crossbow is ready, regardless of y'all's decision.
I think we should, I mean, I'm voting that we need to listen to their plan. So, I mean, if we just all wait it out, turn invisible, and follow them in, I personally could use a sit because I'm still kind of feeling that fight from the giant zombie.
It's been, I believe, 3 days since that fight. Just so
Oh,
you
has
guys
it?
know.
What?
Yeah. So everybody should be at full
I should be
spells,
at-
HP, hit die. Yeah, the only thing that you guys have been depleting is just y'all's rations. So.
Let me fix that.
The only thing Cole can suggest is we basically sneak in. I thought non-detection could have some. Non-detection is only for magical, like scrying and whatnot. Just being
thinking
like,
of
I
past
can always
spells,
use my arcane eye to give us a better vantage on what's ahead.
Yeah, but like the other Duergar say, they're gonna turn invisible and run. I don't think we have time to look what's in front of us if we're gonna be running with them.
We gotta.
That's why I have arcane eye that can go 30 feet and a half ahead of me.
There we go. We gotta. I think we gotta stop sitting on our hands. We just gotta go for it.
So you can turn us invisible. Or no?
Ragnar,
It will, like I said, it will tire me out.
I'll carry
but
you.
I can.
If you get
As
this out
I
of the
do
lock,
that,
Bram can
I'm gonna put Bram on my bag of holding.
Okay.
So
As you
that I don't
see,
have to turn her
the large golden mechanical scorpion is.
Who else can you put in the bag?
Transform
So that way you do less people to get invisible.
That's a good idea. You kind of. I don't think you can breathe. Carval and I tested it out once.
No, don't go inside the bag of holding.
Yeah, we tested that theory. You put the bag over my head. It wasn't a pleasant experience.
You did that?
Yeah, we did that.
That's the first time I called you that. Or Rognarv anyway.
So, but Elysian Vagabonds and our bag of beans. What do we want to do?
I vote for the turn invisible and run.
Okay.
And run to hear the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. if that is what you guys are going to do, I will need you guys to, for at least the first part, we're going to do a group roll, beat a large DC essentially. I need all of you to roll me a stealth to see if you've not seen, heard, or anything before you get to a place that you guys can cast the invisibility.
Can I have Cole be proficient in stealth? I'll use my channel divinity.
Sure.
That's smart.
Hey, that's good.
Good for you, Cole.
Gosh,
Woohoo!
that scared me.
Now.
I mean, I have a +3 on dexterity, but God forbid if I can ever roll
Of
good
course.
on dexterity.
That's not bad. I'm so glad I did it. That's a
19
20.
for me.
That's
Arwol
not bad.
Got a nat
Well, it was
20.
a 16.
Wait, what?
Arwol got a natural 20.
Of course.
I rolled a natural 20.
Of course.
I mean,
it's true love.
It's right there, isn't it?
It's like, hey babe, what are you doing? You rolling a nat 20? Oh, cool, me too.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Like
I'm
his
so
nat 20
glad
counts
for
for
my-
me too.
So
Alright.
glad for my cloak of elven kind that I'll have to roll disadvantage with my armor.
20.
Just pick a different die.
I am
That's-
picking a different die every time.
Okay, so what have we gotten thus far?
17 on Rognarv.
Okay, 17. Ariell, what did you get?
A 19.
West?
That looks like a good
Same.
face.
6? Okay.
I
What?
got a 21.
21. Last, what did you get?
I got a natural 20.
Okay. So
The
you yeah, what's the total? For stealth?
Oh, the total for stealth, I got a 24.
Okay. Orcdeath, what did you get? Oh, I'm sorry?
Kind of cut out.
A dirty
What? Sounds like a 6.
Oh, okay.
7.
7.
Okay.
Oh wow, that's way better than West.
Oh, wow. Okay. You guys literally beat the DC by a 1. I think it's because of the 20s. As you guys will like... Okay, yeah, that's close.
Holy shit.
As you guys will be walking and heading through, passing... I'm going to put you guys here just because I need to just keep on scrolling.
Are we gonna do our invisibility then?
You will be to a position that you guys can cast invisibility. This will taking you several hours to get through, as every now and then you guys are passing by. This is again to scale, in
Goodness.
comparison to a large creature to a huge creature. Yes,
Oh,
Oh my lord.
oh, this is to scale.
this
too,
is to
with-
scale.
There's a grid. Holy shit!
This is a grid. It's to scale. Just in case the grid's not good enough, I can make the.
That's
no,
that's a
no, no.
freaking-
It's fine. It's good. It's great.
Oh, Jesus.
Excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
one.
That's a little bit better.
That's 9 squares.
Yeah. So,
Don't like that.
as a little bit. So over here would be where you guys need to go to the bridge essentially. As a little bit of description, as you guys are coming through it and getting closer, you guys at the current will be behind this little large stone hill, essentially. Sorry, that has kind of like lava flowing around it, and you guys feel the immense heat already. It is. I think the only one who probably will be comfortable will be Wes. Everybody else is starting. Oh, Ariell as well is starting to have a nice sweat. As you guys look at the Duergar, they look fine in their zone.
Cole's fine.
As there are well, actually, yeah, Cole, you'd be fine. Yeah, I forgot Tiefling. You guys see several tents, very minimal. It almost looks like war tents and some constructed towers around here. And from your position, what you guys can see is that they're decored and ornated with several amounts of bones. different little spots of just lava that are kind of eroding through the ground are scattered throughout. There's a large tower here with several sorry, not a tower, a home with several crates outside that look like they're thrown over or broken. It definitely has little tents, and what you guys can tell is they have stands for things like spears or swords and shields to be place, but it's completely empty at the moment. You do see the 5 Ettins on the ground just kind of walking around. As you're looking at them, they all have these huge clubs that almost looks like a tree trunk with just steel wrapped around the tip. There are 2 Ettins on top of the tower. The Dreadnought, the Fire Giant. What you guys do see is on the tower there are 4 different windows, and from the distance that you guys are at, you see that this dark steel tower has essentially the top is yeah. So the bottom of the towers that has that you can see like windows essentially that you'll be able to see through looks like it's exposed, as you see kind of black with inside. But the other 3 levels, so 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it looks like it has a steel grid right in front of it. So as we are here, you'll see Anzin. This is where we turn. And he is whispering for all intents and purposes. He is whispering for all intents and purposes. This is where we turn invisible. If we get separated, go around. And he will point.
Don't worry, I have a plan. Everybody, when we turn invisible, I guess let's go hold hands, I guess. So we don't get separated. But I'm not really looking at the Duergar, I'm looking at the party.
As he looks and smiles at you. All right, if you have it, then we'll be leaving.
If the items, before you cast that, I want to ask Rognarv, before you cast anything, if you cast invisibility, anything that we are holding becomes invisible, correct? Anything?
Yes.
I'm going to pull out 50 feet of rope. Just say, everyone take hold of the rope.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Yes, but I will be leading. I'll be able to see you. Don't worry. I'm looking at the Duergar now.
Cole's also going to because again it doesn't any spell comments.
You were cutting in and out. What were we saying?
Arcane Eye.
He's casting Arcane Eye.
Nice.
Okay.
As I'm going like this at my axe, and then my eyes close a little bit, boom, like Avatar. I'm casting Sea Invisibility.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And I'm casting 2 level 3 invisibility and 2 level 2s invisibility. So that covers all 6 of us. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. What about Ariell? I don't have a spell.
I can turn myself invisible if you need me to.
Oh, you can? Then if you can, then I'll turn Ariell invisible instead.
Perfect.
Okay,
We'll
just so
then.
you know, Jeremiah, you can only cast 1 invisibility. The second you cast another invisibility spell, it will take away invisibility from somebody else.
Yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that.
So,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, so
You have to do this one at a time?
your highest level spell is 4. So you can make yourself invisible to...
No.
You can make 3 people invisible.
Yeah.
If you use the highest level spell slot you have.
Wait, in Laz, what are your
invisibility?
Mine's greater invisibility.
Yeah.
But it's just for myself or one person I touch.
Yeah, so the difference between greater invisibility is greater invisibility, if you attack or get attacked, you don't invisibility is you're invisible, but the second you attack or are attacked and hit, you unturn.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. Being concentration based and stuff.
As Ariell looks at you guys, and he kind of gives like a sigh, and then closes his eyes, and then looks at Orcdeath. I can probably pass all of them. They look stupid.
I agree.
Very well.
As he looks at you, Rognarv, if you need to count somebody out of the invisibility spell, you can always count me out. And when he says that, what is everybody's passive perception? Because I have my notes over
17.
15.
12.
21.
16.
I think it's only Laz that will be able to see it. Yeah. Laz. As they say that, you see that the 3 Duergar kind of smile when he mentions that he'll be out of the spell.
Mm-hmm. It's a trap.
Well, I can turn everybody invisible, and then I will do, or not everybody, but the max invisibility, and I'll blink.
Isn't the blink also concentration spell?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Jeremiah, like, I got this plan.
Jeremiah's like, I got you.
Yeah, all right, you got it. I mean, you tell me how this is gonna work. Let's see if all works out. So, what is the plan? Ariell is going to, if he needs to not be there, he will try sneaking in on his own accord, but it will take him a lot longer than you guys running through with invisibility.
And we're sneaking around down to their house, right?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. From what the because of map, from what they're saying is going around here,
yeah,
as to avoid the eyes of her, and going to the other side, to their home, essentially.
Cool. Sounds good.
So, Elysian Vagabonds, what are we doing?
I guess we're gonna do this.
I am not the easiest person to hide, so I have to go with invisibility.
So who's going invisible?
Who all can. If Laz does herself and Ariell isn't going to do it, that leaves what? Orcdeath, West, and myself, and Rognarv, I guess.
So, Laz, who are you casting invisibility on?
Myself.
All right, Laz has herself covered. Rognarv, who are you casting invisibility on?
Are you able to cast that on a higher level to grab another one, Laz?
No, it's just myself or one other person. Or one person besides me.
Oh, one person besides you. Okay,
yes,
I thought it was like you and plus one.
What spell are you casting, Laz?
Greater invisibility.
Okay, then yeah. All right.
Orcdeath and West both need it.
Yeah.
They definitely need it. Cole right now is proficient in stealth.
Fly very high. Yeah, I can cast invisibility on... No, I have 3rd level only, so I can only cast it into 2 people.
Oh my god, this just keeps getting worse.
And I can blink.
Okay. So Rognarv is gonna blink, Laz is going greater invisibility, Ariell is stealthing. Rognarv, who are the 3? No, 2 people.
Yeah.
You're casting invisibility on.
Yeah. Who needs it the most? I believe one is West.
Death. Cole's proficient in stealth right now, and just add on, because I like to be that person that will add on because detail. Cole will take his coat that he's wearing and take it off, and he's going to turn it inside out to show the black lining.
Okay.
And that's what he's going to have put on.
Okay.
Smart boy.
Alrighty, as I am getting... Oops, that's the wrong
Samurai Jack taught me something.
Samurai Jack taught you that. I love it.
That's great.
Like, who's gonna need the invisibility more other than West?
Well,
West
Orc-
Orc.
yeah, Orcdeath. Yeah, it's been said a couple times. Orcdeath's
Yeah,
gonna do it.
okay.
So, gosh dang, I keep hitting
Cole's
the wrong
gonna
thing.
stealth.
Alrighty, so
Shrink
I'm gonna do
West,
my see
problem
invisibility as
solved.
well, so that I can
Genius.
see the Duergar where they're running. See
Pocket
invisibility
West.
is not a concentration.
Oh
base.
no, Pocket West.
okay, so you guys are behind this. I'll say that you, for purposes, you were hidden here. Okay, so last you're going invisible. I'm going to just for the simplisticness of this, put yellow marker on that. Orcdeath and West are going invisible. The Duergar are going to cast invisibility on themselves. You are no longer here. Ariell, Rognarv, you're going to blink, right?
Yes, I marked myself with a mask.
Okay. Ariell, what are you going to be doing?
I'm not invisible.
How tall is the ceiling of this place?
So your dark vision cannot see it.
I will fly up.
Okay.
Well,
actually, no,
yeah.
wait. There's because of the light. You still won't be able to see it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just fly up.
Okay. So
Is probably
only-
is-
No, I was gonna be like, the only other thing Cole's gonna do is pray to God.
Oh yeah.
Pray to God if you're there.
I'm going to fly as far as I think, with
Oh,
my
wow.
own dark vision I
Okay.
wouldn't be able to see, and then twice that.
okay.
Who has the?
I wanna make
who
sure
has
they
the
can't see
sending
me.
stone?
I have one.
Okay, then as long as I guess Ariell has one, since you're flying you're kind of splitting up in a way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna tell Cole, I guess try to stick with Ariell, since I think he's stealthy too. But he's very good, so watch out.
I'm
Watch out.
proficient in stealthing. 1.
One.
2. I'm not lying when I said he's gonna pray.
Okay. Roll me religion.
Uh-oh.
What did you get?
26.
Okay. From a percentile.
And music is not helping.
Well, it's not happy times.
What did you get? What did you get? What did you
Holy shit! 98.
98,
wow.
okay.
Vic is my witness.
As you
Wow.
sit there, slowly meditating and praying,
Wow.
what would be a good thing for Farlagon to give you?
Orcdeath
As-
gets nervous, so he
Wait, one more time?
Six-pack.
Orcdeath, what, sorry?
I said Orcdeath gets nervous, so he reaches into a six-pack.
Ah, of course, as religious totem.
clink of glasses?
As you are praying, Cole, in your mind's eye, all you see is a kind of slithering thing. Looks like it's following the Duergar.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good, Chief.
I don't know about that, Chief.
Mm-mm.
And as I need to send you a thing.
Okay.
God.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
So.
Wes is just so closing his eyes, like, is it done? Am I invisible?
Well, as soon as the spell is casted, the Duergar are going to cast their spell and run. Theirs lasts a lot shorter than yours, Rognarv.
Guys, they can't see my feet.
With that, I need everybody to roll me stealth as they're making their way through.
Okay.
Ooh.
I have to carefully pick my dice.
Holy shit!
Where did my dice go?
That's nice.
Cole's on fire!
That's very nice. 22 for Rognarv.
Okay.
We had a nat 20, so 25.
Okay.
Tab, pick my dice for me, please.
Ariell, what do we get?
Oh shit! All
I
right.
got a dirty 20.
Okay. Laz, what are we getting?
I got an 18.
Okay. Orcdeath, what are we getting?
Nat 20.
Holy shit!
Oh my god, good. You guys are doing great. As right before, as soon as you guys all turn invisible, you do hear from Arwen, remember, don't run. They can pick up the dust. And you hear as they trail off, Rognarv, as you can see. As you guys are successfully getting through, and with those high enough numbers, and oh my god, did I roll so bad for these guys, you're able to jump behind, and we'll move to another map, as you guys are doing pretty dang well. As I forgot to grab y'all's minis, let me copy them real quick. So to explain what you guys, oh, that's the wrong one, it's like I can't read, to explain what you currently see, there we go. You see a couple of Ettins, more of those camps, and you see this large, like incredibly large of a man. Technically you guys are right here. I don't know how far that would be. Okay, so technically you guys are behind this, but you know, again, for map purposes, I'm placing you guys where you are. You see a couple Ettin, many crates, especially these ones over here, full, these carts full of, with crates in them, full of what you can smell of almost rotten meat. It is horrifyingly god-awful, the smell and the stink that is emanating from, you imagine this hill giant who's, like, again, this wooden structure is being reinforced by steel, and the steel starting to melt, as you have no idea how it got itself in there, but it looks like it's just giving watch. And as it's looking around, you just hear this, and it's, as it's speaking, it's also ingesting food, and it's not stopping. As you see a couple of the Etsons kind of look, and both of their heads start talking amongst each other in giant, and they quickly run off to this home, and you see that it's just grabbing piles of moldy food, and then will eventually throw it back over here. The hole here that leads into the mountain range, you see that there's plenty of shovels and picks along this line. And from your observation, it also looks like these homes, from the windows are completely smashed. Stone is ripped apart. You do see a Duergar idol thrown to the ground and just destroyed. As Rognarv, you see that the Duergar are running in this direction.
Okay.
So, I need everybody again to roll me stealth. Oh my god! All right.
Holy crap!
As I'm rolling for Ariell now. Okay.
See, I told you to use that one.
21 on.
Okay, 21. All right.
Dirty
Ariell,
20.
Ariell, you are not here. You are flying in the other direction. So I'm not gonna put you there. What did you get, West?
3. I got a natural 20.
Wait, you got a 3?
No, 23.
23. Okay, good. I was like, how did you get a 3 and a nat 20? I'm confused. All right, 23. Great.
23.
What did Cole get?
Dirty 20.
Good. Laz?
16.
Good. We're still passing Orcdeath. What do we get?
22.
All right, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. The highest amongst them was Big Boy over here, and he got a 12.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling bad, and that's good. As you guys are making your way through, passing along the bridge. As you guys eventually will have to go underneath the feet of these 2 Ettins as they are guarding the bridge.
Someone picked from that.
Just army crawling under some Ettins.
I'm sorry, that's nerve-wracking to imagine us being invisible while we're trying to go underneath these fucking giants.
Don't sneeze.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one. There we go. And you guys eventually make it
big baddie.
to, as there is a fire giant at the moment. To more description of the city. You do see a fire giant kind of sitting down against a large stone that lava's kind of erupting from it, and as you see some of the lava kind of hit its skin, it wakes up and just dusts it off as its hand kind of hits the lava and just literally brushes it off like water, and it kind of just rests there, and you see it go back to sleep. As you guys pass through this Ettin's feet underneath, a city this side is even more rubble. Beautiful building and architecture just collapse, stone just thrown to the side. You smell the rot of corpses still, but there is nothing amongst from what you can see at the moment anything rotting. You see some wooden structured homes that look like they've been burnt completely, but at least the skeleton and the beams are still there. You do see these Ettins that are still kind of lazily roaming through. And if any Duergar gets close, they kind of just rub their club like towards him to scatter. And there are a lot of Duergar out, but it's full. You see about 40 or 50 Duergar just walking around, women, children, men, they look very thin. They look very malnourished, rags on them, no jewelry, nothing on them to assist. You see some Duergar that look like they're about to kick the bucket, but having no cane. They have nothing material to them. On the complete end of the map, you will see, as I need to do a thing, you will see tombstones. And the cemetery looks completely dug up. The soil and the ground and the stone is completely removed. There are several little posts with some sort of oil lighting up the homes. And for the vast amount of Duergar that you do see, there's more homes than what these guys need. And in comparison to the entire city, there's so few of these guys here. But I will pace all you guys here as we will make it inside of this building. And a close-up, if you guys zoom in on this end as I'm quickly checking. Okay. So, that's the opposite button. I wanted a plus to zoom in. As you should be able to see the the little icons of Anzin, Gili, and Uli. It should be a different name. So, as you guys make it inside a home, and when you guys go in, you'll see that it's everything inside. You'll be able to see that most of the things that are made out of stone or steel looks broken or completely smashed intentionally. You see about 20 people inside this home. That definitely does not fit that many. Wooden structures kind of lay out the 2 rooms, and also a beam column arises from the second room to a third on top, where you see a couple of people sleeping. And as you guys all are walking in, those that are visible, you hear a extreme amount of murmur. And Ariell, we're still flying up ahead.
Also, Cole's the only one kind of visible, I think.
Cole and Ariell.
Oh, Ariell, yeah.
So for our purposes, I'll just put you here, because you're still technically not there. As you guys come in, and there is a large amount of Duergar just speaking in Undercommon as you go in, and you see Gili, Yuli, and Ozin turn visible again. And you'll see as Yuli. She goes in. Oh, that was good. What is my son? We might have hope yet. As she starts speaking in common, looking toward behind you guys. And then she starts looking around at everybody. Where is Gunfin? And you see a male Duergar approach her and whispers in her ear. And you see this rage erupt from her as she just punches that Duergar right in the face and gets on top of him and starts punching him. And you see that the Unzin kind of just sits on a chair that looks like it had 4 support beams, but 3 of them are there, as he's leaning against her, he won't fall. And he puts his head down as her brother kind of grabs her from behind and restrains her and pulls her. And then she looks at all you guys, and all she says is, "The fucking pit. He's in the pit."
Pit. The big pit?
And as you see one tear come from her eye, and she just looks at you and says, "Aye."
Shit.
Well, yeah, I guess when they all drop their invisibility, I'm gonna drop it too.
Yeah, that was assumed. And with you guys finding out that the guy who had the master plan is inside the pit of zombies, or the undead, we're gonna go on break.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, we will see you guys in a bit. Hey, yo, Vic, I got the new script you sent us for the next episode. So we have new players. Who's Grayson? Yeah, you know who that is?
Yeah, I'm reading that too. What's this? Tori Val?
So we have new players.
New players?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, dude. So it also says that the schedule's changed. We're playing on Mondays now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to Tuesday?
That'll team out Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Okay.
And just one last little thing.
It's online now.
Yeah, that. So we're not playing in the studio anymore. It's all online. All right, man. That fucking works for me. All right. Cool. See you later. Bye. Hey guys, as we are back. So, question at the moment is, Ariell, how do we get to... You're flying around.
Yes.
Ariell is mom.
How are we going...
Lamp?
Yes. So what are you doing?
I am just chilling. I'm going to pull up my sending stone.
Okay.
And just kind of quietly whisper to it. I'm assuming you are all at the house. I saw Cole enter. I'm assuming that means everyone made it there safely.
Yes.
This looks like shit. Who else is stoned?
There's an Etna a short distance from the house. I'm pretty confident I could take him down.
No.
Either that. Oh.
If you take him down, they're gonna see that dead giant and they're gonna retaliate.
Cole, hearing what's going on, hears from Rognarv's mouth, dead giant, runs over and just tries to speak into the sending stone. You kill that giant, it's gonna come back dead, and then we're gonna have a bigger issue on our hands.
It's already dead, and I cut off its legs and head. It can't go anywhere.
You know, that's what we thought about the last giant, but it was walking around without any fucking legs!
Wait, dead giant? I'm gonna try to grab the sending stone from Rognarv. Be like, Ariell, I swear to your god that if you killed another giant without me, I'm gonna be very upset.
That's 100 points for me. At this point, I'll kind of go back behind the house, and I'll kind of fly down behind the home, trying to get out of sight, and then I'll move around to the front door.
All right, roll me stealth, please.
Got it. Please be good. Oh, that's pretty good. 16. At least I feel pretty good about it. I hope it's
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a good okay.
I love those okays.
Or is it a good
Okay. Oh, fuck.
The music's not helping.
As you are flying around, and I'll say that with communication, with communication, you're able to describe the right house of Rognarv and tell Ariell exactly where to go and how to manage his way through here.
Pretend you're a bird and just say Poe.
Poe!
As you land, Ariell, you hear some argument as the two heads of the Etzen that's closest to you just and one points behind the house. And
Ariell, you're like wearing bright white robes.
I am dipping the fuck off over here now. Let me move myself.
No, you're not allowed.
10, 15. Is there actually a window or a door on my side of the house?
Roll a perception.
I'm imagining he's like a bird hitting a window pane.
Really, like that thing out of Angel Beats where you jump out the window. Yeet. Only it's a river.
21.
There is several that are boarded up, but you do see that right here there's a window that has nothing that's stopping you from going through. There are shards of glass kind of jagged around, but that's the only one that will not make noise at the moment. All right,
it's like that scene in Scott Pilgrim where he just through the window.
Roll me a dexterity.
Alrighty. This is gonna either go really well or it is gonna be like a bird hitting a window.
You know what? He just left.
15.
15. Okay. As you kind of make it through, you get a couple of cuts, cosmetic and all, but you do make it in as the giant goes around, and you all hear these giants just.
I just imagine myself on the other side of the house, like.
As there are several Duergar outside talking amongst themselves really loudly, as they definitely saw you jump through, and as you all see, a part of glass kind of breaks off as Ariell kind of dips through, swan diving style, as he nicks himself on the shoulder, again very insignificant, as he kind of jumps in and you tumble through on a room with a couple of Duergar in their beds, as you see that they quickly grab broken piece of wood or stone, and as it happens, you see Unzen kind of puts out his hand and speaks in Undercommon, and then eventually put down their weapons.
I'll just stand up, brush the dust off of my my robes, and do the clean.
You see Cole look over at Ariell, like mouthing "What the fuck," not saying it.
I hear things outside.
As you guys are able to see as the Etten is screaming, and you see that it grabs one of the Duergar, and both Ettens are fighting amongst each other as the Duergar is being grabbed by one hand and the other as these two step back.
It would be one of those things. I doubt that they have like a blinds or something like that, but if there were, Cole would just like reach out and just lower the blind.
And as Cole, you're thinking that,
tightening his hammer,
they split the Duergar into two as they're fighting among each other, and then you see the left head goes and slaps the right head as the right one grabs the other part of the Duergar and slams into the fist of the other one, and they start fighting amongst each other, literally fist fighting themselves, as you see the Duergar that's split in two start crawling.
Oh, that's my bad.
And the Duergar, the Etzen just grasp both pieces like and throws it at their compatriots over here. As you see that they both grab part of each body and start making their way towards the lava pit.
Nasty. Yeah, although that's a good opportunity when they go to throw the bodies in to drop kick them into the lava.
Was pissed.
As that happens, you see the older Duergar speaking common. Laddie, you cost us a friend. And how long does tongues last?
I believe it is 10 minutes, but let me just double check on that.
Oh, okay. Well, it's still
that,
within.
it was wrong.
It says that your connection server has been interrupted. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That.
Yeah.
Oh, 1
Yeah, I
hour.
got a thing.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely do hear this, as a lot of the Duergar are speaking, and you throughout again. There's about 20 of them. This is the first time Ariell sees this home. As you all notice that as the murmurs get louder and louder, Arwell's hand is centimeters from his crossbow. As the Duergar are speaking again, it's an undercommon. Ariell, you're the one that can hear, as they're saying, "We should just kill them. They're obviously not good at what they're doing. Flesh, they have flesh. Let's eat them. They have some nourishment." And you hear a couple of the ones in the back. Yes, my belly hungers.
I'm going to look over to those that are saying that, and I'm just going to say, in common, I wouldn't recommend that.
When you speak to them in common, they look at you, and then they start speaking again in Duergar. You can roll me insight. I'll give you that one.
Okay. See if they understand my words. Insight is +5. 18.
You get a pretty strong feeling that they don't understand what you're saying. They don't understand common.
Well, I want to hear what they have to say about that.
As they look at each other, they'll say, "Yeah, we can remove their organs, make a soup out of it, feed us for a lot longer. Make sure we cut off the
Cole's
head
gonna kind
first."
of like lean over to Ariell. It's like, what is it they're talking about?
He best not get me liver. It'd be a little sour.
If I might ask.
I will.
Orcdeath, do you know what languages do you know, Orcdeath?
Huh?
What languages does Orcdeath know?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Dwarven or...
No, I just wanted to. They're speaking in Undercommon, but I wanted to.
Okay.
It's all good. It's all good.
All right.
As
I'm just mentioning it to the group.
Yeah.
Orcdeath knows when people start talking about cannibalism. He just knows.
I do believe
they
that
don't want me liver.
if they do
would.
exactly that, they'll get drunk. Exactly. Yes.
They should be able to understand me.
Yes. Tongues. They understand you. Yes, they do. Sorry, you are right. Tongues reverse goes in both ways.
Yeah, that's right.
So they understand you. As they still will say that, some rumoring in the back, because I already said it. But the ones that are kind of looking at you look at each other. Yuli will look. So what the fuck do we do now?
Well,
I assume,
as another tear kind of like falls through her,
I assume we decide whether or not we are going to rescue your friend from the pit, or if we are going to proceed with trying to.
At the moment, you don't know, but fast forward, now you know.
Wes was gonna say. Wes was gonna tell him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Well,
Meta.
Yeah.
Well, if he's on the pit, then he's a zombie. So how is that rescuable?
That is a
But what
fair
if he's
point.
not?
Well, we can always check, and if he is, then I suppose we'll have to go with the plan of sneaking our way into the castle through probably one of the open windows.
So we gotta take ourselves all the way back to the pit. Go into the pit.
Seems that way.
All right.
Or we
Then
could
that's the
end
plan.
up taking out the Etten around here. I mean, I don't care exactly what we do. We need to get this over with and move on.
Okay, I don't know much about anything sometimes.
You're smart.
But my gut here is telling me that if we kill the Etten, I guess, whatever they're called, if we kill them here, they're just gonna send more of them over here to replace the ones we've killed. And if we kill them, like Cole said, they're just gonna turn undead.
Unless you dismember them, or we carry their remains to the lava.
I look at it this way: the less they know that we're here, the better. Because you kill them now, on the way out, we'll have to see them again.
Yeah.
It's best to get through this unnoticed.
We gotta do this really quick.
Don't invite any more to the 30.
The longer we take standing here and trying to figure out a plan, the shorter window we have to rescue that boy in the pit.
I agree.
We're gonna do this. We gotta do this now.
Well, I have wasted some of my spells. I can't do it again.
You guys have been traversing a couple of hours in general. You guys have been in the Underdark for almost 2 weeks now. It definitely feels like that it's rest time soon. As the mother of our falling son say, he had a scar on his, and as she points to him, starting from here, going all the way down, across. He had dark eyes of a warrior, a distinct ugly nose from his father. He's in like a fourth tier by now after just realizing her son's dead, and you see that she's definitely taking all this back. He'll definitely be the only warrior amongst them there. I'll guarantee you that.
I'm gonna look at I guess the one speaking. Is she speaking in common?
Yeah, she'll be speaking in common.
Then I will basically talk to her like, do you happen to know his plan on how to overtake?
No, or I would have told you.
Yep.
Cole's like, well, we're wasting our time. If we want to go back and rescue him, I'm fine with it. Little peace offering though, and he's going to cast Create Food and Water in the...
Oh, okay.
Oh.
As that happens, you see a brawl emerges, and people are fighting over the food and water, biting themselves. Okay. Cole, roll me a d6.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. 6.
Brava.
Okay, as all 20 of them start fighting, you see that only your 3 compatriots that have traveled to stay still. As you see Gilly kind of just stepping back as her brother quickly goes and grabs it from behind the door, and you see that's this chair stand with like stones kind of embedded into it to make almost like a makeshift weapon. As I'm forgetting people's names. What is your name? Your name should be shown. Yeah, Unzen, yes. As he kind of starts, and people are fighting. You see a one of the more frail of the Duergar gets stepped on, and you hear a as you see another Duergar kind of grab someone's head and smash it against a table. You see, you did not notice a human man as he kind of crawls under the bed. You see that it's almost skeleton. As he goes over, tries to grab a piece of bread, and Ariell, you understand. As one of the Duergar steps on his hand, you hear break, and as you hear, "No slaves don't get anything." And after about 40 seconds of them brawling and fighting and starting to consume the food, the water gets spilled everywhere. You see that when everything's settled and done, Anjin steps out and just kind of like slams the door open. And when you guys look around, as you see Ariell kind of have his crossbow ready, stepping in front of Laz for a bit. About another minute step happens. You see another person just beat over. You see somebody jump over the table as they grab part of the splinters of wood and just jam it right into their temple. And at the end of all this, 6 Duergar lay dead.
I'm gonna look over to Cole. Well, good job.
Well, that was.
And I'm going to walk over to the slave you said.
Mm-hmm.
Is he still alive?
Yeah. His hand's broken at the moment.
What?
His hand is broken at the moment.
Okay. I'll walk over to him and I'll reach out my hand. I'll kind of kneel down next to him, reach out my hand for his, and say, "It's okay."
As you do, you see the person who smashed their hand look at you. What are you doing? That's my property.
And even a slave is no good with a broken hand.
That's my property.
Oh,
and
we're not doing this
steps
right
on
now.
the other hand, and you hear break.
I'd like to take the butt end of my maul and just kind of hit it into the floor.
As you guys all see a maul appear, you smell sulfur, and as Wes kind of slams.
As Wes does that, I want to see if the guy stepping on his hands if his attention shifts to Wes. Like the second his attention shifts to Wes and he's not paying attention to the slave anymore, I'm casting Lay on Hands to heal him.
Oh yeah. As he kind of looks at that, roll me stealth if you're gonna do this discreetly. If you don't care and just doing it, then it happens. But if you want to do
it's a 19.
Oh, I was going to intimidate, by the way. So
roll me intimidation.
Okay. Well, let's go with you.
Can I mage hand his hair?
Fucking kid.
Sure. What did you get? I'm gonna roll a general.
I am rolling so wait, hold up. No, wait, hold up. I just realized that. Wait, Wes has a. Oh, okay. Intimidation. That's 14.
14. Okay. As some do step back, Ariell, nobody sees you. As you hear the hands. The bones kind of fix themselves, and see that he's healed. You also see that part of his body slightly gets a little bit thicker, as though almost like other bits of him have been healed, and he's not nourished, but more than what you intended. How frail this guy is, and as you see a lot of the Duergar, as Wes is showing his stuff.
The slave is Duergar as well, correct?
No, the slave is human.
Oh, now I got a real problem.
Oh man.
Wes has had a problem for a while.
As you see about so there's about 14 there left. 6 of them would be scared, and the rest are looking at you and start speaking in Undercommon, and they start kind of amping themselves up. And Ariell, you hear a lot of rumors. Either we get him for food. The big one looks like he'll be good meat.
I'm gonna stand
We can call
up
the
at this
giants. He'll be rewarded for intruders.
I will smile to the human after I heal him, and I will stand up and brush myself off again, and look around to them and say, "You will do no such thing. We were invited here to put an end to the threat that you all now face."
Just letting you know, as all... Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
You're good. You turn us in. We will kill them only after they kill you. They won't spare you. There will be no reward. And without us, you will live and die under their subjugation. Now you act honorable and step aside and let us do our job, or you meet your end at the hands of these monsters?
You hear a lot of Duergar. Again, all this in another comment. Saying, what does he know about honor? He doesn't know what we've been through. We'll be rewarded for his flesh. We'll have nourishment. As Gilly, as she steps up, right up to you, Ariell, and then we will see. What's your AC?
Oh, she can try.
That's a 19.
21.
Okay. As she swings her fist right at you, and you dodge out of the way, you come here, and you have 6 of us dead. 7. If you're so confident that you can leave, then get the fuck out of here. You're making everything worse. This is a bad idea, Arwen. Anzen. And as he kind of, as she's yelling outside, you hear some of the giants murmur and speaking out loud. And she goes over to her brother. This is a fucking waste of time. This is a mistake. We should just turn them in.
Then what hope is there for any of you?
I'm just smiling the entire time.
At least you'd be dead.
While that's all going on, Cole is going up to every single one of the dead Duergar, and he is going to, he's going to cast it 6 times, literally wasting all of his level 2 spell slots. He will cast Gentle Repose on each and every single one of them.
Thank you. Okay. As you do that, you see that innately a lot of the Duergar are trying to stop you, as Gilly, the one without the tongue, kind of like stops them and lets you do their thing. And then he just looks at every single one, points at you guys, and then points at a home that is made out of wood on this side. And he just motions to himself a very common follow me.
And Cole did use 12 pieces of copper to, out of his own reserves to place on each of their eyes.
Okay.
So I already took that out of mine.
I will. And there was in that room. I only saw one slave, correct?
Yes.
I will end tongues.
Okay.
And I will say, we will be coming back for you. In common to the human. Just loud enough for him to hear. And I'm going to leave the building.
Okay. As
Cole...
you do say that, you'll see that Yuli, as she will go over to, if you do this, I would gladly give you the slave myself, unharmed.
I will hold you to that.
Great, we're trading in lives now.
I'll rescuing someone. That's all I care about.
As you do
without killing others is my hope.
Technically all these guys would be moving here and there as they're doing their business. As the Duergar will wait for the proper time and then escort you guys to this home.
I was gonna say before, Cole would have probably mentioned it. I guess whoever would be left just meant, gesturing down to the bodies. They will not become undead for at least 10 days.
Translating the translation, you see that some of them start mourning, but most of them don't really care. Roll me perception, everybody.
Got it. That is a dirty 20.
Okay.
23.
18.
Okay.
18 plus 5.
13.
10. How much did Wes get?
13.
Okay. Elas?
24.
Okay. Las as you guys are leaving, you hear conversation and footsteps throughout the home. Cole.
Yeah.
You hear something thudding, and moving around, and some bickering, and then silence. And Laz, you also hear this too. But as you kind of turn around, you see another thing. That kind of makes your skin crawl as you see, from your perspective, as it looks like freshly cut meat being passed around.
Oh. Oh boy.
More nightmares for Laz.
As you guys get to this home, and it has nothing but broken furniture, wood, glass everywhere. Definitely nowhere to like kind of sit or really rest. As Anzen will look at you guys. That's 7. I'll let you rest. We'll come in a few hours. If you escape, you escaped.
Let me rest.
And I'll say
We need a diversion.
As he says, if you escape, you escaped, I'll say, and I have no intention of going anywhere until we see this through.
Yeah, we shook on it.
As when you say that, he kind of shakes his head.
Honor.
If you need anything, just tap. Some of us will hear it. Whenever you have a plan, let us know.
All right.
I have friends to mourn. And they will leave you guys too.
Okay. Now what?
Technically, it is quote-unquote nightfall. You guys do feel tired.
I think we should talk about what our next move is and then get some rest.
So by this point, we pretty much know, like, going back to the pit, that's a no-go. Or no.
We gotta save her son.
I can always fly down. Not to the bottom. I'm not going to put myself in danger, so it's not going to be an issue, but just far enough to see if there is any sign of
Orcdeath has a question.
Yes.
Is it on our way to save this son, or is it out of our way?
It would probably be on our way back towards the castle, unless we went the opposite direction like I went.
Just for
the pit is on the first time where we saw them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the pit's like near where the
way.
castle is, so if we get him out.
So you guys would be here-ish. Bridge.
We would be on the way back, correct?
Yeah, pits. Technically, the scale isn't correct. The pit's a little bit closer over here. Yeah. Okay. So you guys here, walk over, pit, fortress.
All right.
Got it. The question is now, do we continue our stealth, or do we take out those in charge as we go? What do we do after?
I heard this saying from my brother. Maybe we can Leroy Jenkins this.
Leroy Jenkins.
I say we stealth to continue our way without throwing attention. Because if we throw attention, we're going to have a crowd waiting for us on the way back.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think if stealthing might be what we need to do. Thinking on it now, I think
what would
Caraba
help our
had a pretty good idea.
stealthing is if we had a diversion. And I was wondering if Ariell, can he make himself invisible, or can he fly undetected up near the shadows of the ceiling?
I can fly.
If you could find a place that you could start a fire to draw their attention away from the direction we're going.
Fire
I
seems
can
pretty
start a
common down
fire.
here.
I think I might be able to do that.
Start it in the cemetery or some place where there's ruins and there's nobody there.
I can turn myself invisible too. And remember that one spell that I did when we were at that goblin cave? That made a really, really loud noise.
Oh, the really loud noise.
Thunderclap.
Yeah, I have that.
That's a
I have
good
that same
idea.
ability as well.
Make
If we
loud
can do
noises.
it someplace where everybody will turn and go into that direction, we go in the opposite direction.
It's doable.
If somebody has a better idea, unless you want to start killing people.
I really don't want it to come to that.
We're going to have to, and we're going to have to get into the castle to kill the tyrant at some
And
point.
if we can get Reefer, it'd be easier to get out because we'll have him slicing people up.
Cole's just sitting there quietly, just holding the fox skull in his hand.
Hey, Jesus, could you put the overall map back one more time?
No problem.
I'm gonna
Cole, what are you
kind
thinking?
of show my possible idea here.
There we go.
Okay, so
If, for whatever reason, if the boy that we're looking for is actually alive in the pit, I have spells that can prevent any other undead.
Oh my
from
god,
messing
Cole,
with
your
us.
card was been up for like an hour. I
Oh,
apologize.
whoa. He's a special boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I have spells that can help prevent issues with the undead.
Okay. And what do we do if he's dead?
Well then, I
He
guess
lied.
we should
Nothing
have
to do.
lied.
Well, no. What if... First time we met you, you made a dead thing talk.
I can speak with the dead.
Hmm.
now, as Orcdeath was saying, a distraction. And as we're talking that house, I'm going to kind of point over and talk about one of these homes here, either here or here. I can possibly set a fire at one of those homes. Either that, or one of you can go invisible and do the same. We have that option. Either I set the fire, while
Or a
the rest of
thunderclap.
you,
That
while
loud noise from the hole in the ground.
thunderclap, while the rest of you move around.
Why would we set fire? What if there's Duergar over there? They're gonna get even more
I
mad.
agree. What about
Yeah, we-
that hole in the ground and make a loud noise?
We need to limit casualties.
Obviously, I wouldn't set the fire to injure or kill anyone. But regardless, we have to make our move on the tower at some point. We can fly to the pit. If you want to distract them over in this area, that's fine. If someone wants to distract them over to this area, that's fine. As long as you can clear up the pit, we can see if he's alive. Ideally, that would be what we would want. If he's
Are we
not,
going for the sun or
Wouldn't
we
mind
continuing
to
the
actually
job?
retrieve the
I think we're going
corpse
for
is
the
my
sun.
thing.
we can try
Really?
that. Or we can simply cause a distraction here while the rest of us move over.
Remind me again the
Behind
advantage
castle.
of saving the sun.
The sun has a plan that we don't have. They've been working on this a lot longer. So any insight they have might be important.
It best be, because I'd hate to waste my time and find out the plan is shit.
Yeah.
Well, it's better than what we're coming up with.
Yeah, we're coming up with shit right now, so I'd rather take someone else's shit for a change.
I'll just leave you with that one. I'll let you explore that
I can
one.
live with that.
Code it.
I've had to live
We
with a
can
lot of shit.
Stinky West. So,
Spent most of my life being told what to do, so might as well keep on trucking through it if it's kept me going so far.
That's right. Let's hear what you got. So we have to go where that hole in the ground is, correct?
Yep,
Yes.
that's where we're going.
We or someone?
We gotta go there.
Ariell will, as soon as Orcdeath says that, he will step up. Not my place. But it is easier to hide one person than it is to hide 7 of us. And he just sits down.
Yeah, I was gonna actually say that.
The more people going, the more problems you can create.
If you all, this would be the plan, and let's get some rest. If you all can go over to this direction, somewhere out of the way of the hole, right before you leave to cause that distraction, how about, or damn it, again.
God damn it, Ariell!
Rognarv.
God damn it!
One of these days.
Should I stealth?
Yes. No.
we have a rogue in our party,
you
we're so confused.
can cast invisibility upon myself. I will fly down into the pit after you cause the distraction. See if I can find him. And then fly back out.
Would it also help if I come along too?
Yeah,
Can
Cole's
you
good with
fly?
dead things.
Can you fly?
No, I can't. I don't have wings.
What if you
I don't
carry
have
him?
wings, but I can fly.
It's gonna be a little bonding experience.
I mean, he looks small enough. I think you could carry him. I could pick him
grab
up
him by
with
the
one
tail
hand.
and
I
just
could
like-
literally. I think you could pick him up. I could literally pick him up with one hand, and I'll grab Cole by the back of the coat just to prove it and pick him up.
I mean, if you remove your
He
coat,
weighs like
maybe you're
nothing.
light enough. If you remove your coat, I think you're light enough.
He literally weighs nothing. He's like a kitten.
Drop the armor.
Cole like a ragdoll cat just dealing with it.
Just hanging there.
Very well. Cole, you're with me. I will carry you into the hole. As far as we can go, you can cast that all-seeing whatever it is that you can do.
Can't I?
Yes, thank you. Cast that below us so we don't need to endanger ourselves any more than we need to. You see what you can see, and then we fly out.
Wait, so now I'm casting invisibility on 2 of you?
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense. They're probably gonna be the most useful in the pit.
While we're doing that, you cause a distraction.
I guess
I'm
our
good at
I
those.
guess our fighting will be all in my axe and no spells.
If we do
Okay,
recover
Rognarv's
him,
tied behind me.
if we do recover him, where are we going to meet back up? Are we going to try to return to this house, or are we going to return to one of the homes over in this direction, closer to the pit?
How about here?
Yeah, this might be our better shot.
All right.
Where are we at right now?
You guys are on this side,
I think we're like over it.
to the other side of the lava river.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have a plan then. Let's get some rest and head out
Aren't
for
we
thing.
like
Okay.
kind of right here? Because
Along the lines.
Yeah, I was
So
thinking
kinda
like,
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
with that,
with-
I'm going to get some rest.
With
'Cause I'm
the
tired.
plan that to repeat, not Laz, apologize.
prepare my stuff.
Cole and Ariell will be turned invisible with Rognarv, fly over and do their thing as somebody causes a distraction. Where?
I think
On
we
this side?
decided- We decided over here.
In
Okay.
this general
Okay.
area.
So
This
that
general
means-
area is where we're gonna do it.
Okay, so who is leaving the home and who is staying in the home?
Aren't we
What kind
gonna?
of distraction can we make? There's
I'm
stone there. How are we going to catch that
good
on
at
fire?
distractions.
No, I have a
don't
thunderclap
think
that
we're
very,
exactly
very,
that
very
way.
loud.
Laz,
I could set things on fire.
Laz can turn herself invisible, so definitely Laz will come with us. Rognarv, you will also accompany us. The bigger
So
the
that
party,
leaves
the
me
more
and
difficult
Wes
it's going
and
to be.
Orwell.
There's a very limited spells I can do to become invisible and all as well as the 2 of you. quote unquote, I only have 2 spell slot, level 3.
Okay.
How long does it last again?
An
hour.
So the invisible people will go, and Ariell, Wes, and Orcdeath will stay behind and wait for the recon to see what they get.
I would say Ariell would probably come with us because he's very stealthy.
How's he going to carry everybody? There's 2 of you flying, and you're taking 3 people.
So everybody's gonna walk, and Cole and Ariell are gonna fly. That's the plan, I assumed.
Yeah, we're gonna stealth our way over here. Because I'm just probably gonna cast invisibility and that's it. Because I don't want to waste too many spell slots.
Yeah. And if need be,
way up there.
we don't have to try to take the bridge and stealth across it. I can fly each person who is going individually because West isn't going. I can, to my knowledge, and everyone else to be lighter. I can fly them across the river. Unless West is going to come with us. Then
No.
That's going to be.
I can reduce you.
West,
That's
West
right.
can stay behind. We
Also,
can
West is
letting
in
you
the
know,
plan. That's fine.
when you guys are invisible, you cannot see each other.
I can't even see my own goddamn feet.
What would you be able to reduce West's size and still be able to cast invisibility on both myself and Cole?
I have Dimension Door.
Oh.
But I can only take 1 person with me.
Well, take West.
Yeah, take West.
And it's I can go there and back. That's pretty much it. That's as much as I have spell slots.
Well, that's perfect then. Then we are in agreement.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And I go sleep.
Well, all right. As you guys are getting your rest, you see that Ariell is, as per usual, going to be taking one of the first watches.
I'll probably meditate before I sleep.
Okay.
I'll drink.
Drinking is had. Is anyone going to do anything specific? If not, then...
I mean...
I will only pray in the morning or when we wake up to bless our journey and protect us.
Rognarv will pray too, actually.
All right. Yes.
Cole would have been meditating too and just kind of like murmuring a little bit to the skull. That's about it.
Wes, roll me a wisdom if you're going to meditate. And as you're doing so, Ariell, before as you guys are getting ready, who do I wake up?
Is a just a straight wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure.
As
14.
14. Okay.
Big math for me.
Yeah. You contemplate, you meditate, you find peace before you go to bed. So no one's gonna respond to Ariell?
What was it that Ariell said?
What?
Who do I need to wake up?
I'll take it.
I'll point at the angel boy.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to be praying at some point before we leave anyway, so I could do that then.
Alrighty.
Watch.
As hours pass by, you'll see Ariell will go over to you, Wes. You feel a kick on your shin, and same for you, Ariell. As he looks at you, extremely exhausted, just shakes. As soon as he crosses his arms and lays down, as he's moving some glass around, you see that he immediately falls asleep.
So are we able to take a long rest or no?
Nope, not yet. Hey, Wes, Ariell.
Yes.
You guys, as I need to do a thing. Yes, right here. You guys.
Whisper to Ariell. She's like, did you know that Cole talks to that little skull thing?
That's terrifying.
I think it's cute. I think it talks back.
I sure hope it does.
Angry Scottish in the distance.
Do not like. All right. Yes.
You guys hear a.
Or here.
Yeah.
Here.
Knock knock. I take a peek.
Who's there?
Who's knocking?
You open the door?
Is there a way to see who it is without opening the door?
Sure, yeah. Roll perception.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Goodness.
oh, nice. Okay, so what's the total?
25.
Okay, cool. So as you kind of peek out, you see there's some like a broken piece of like below that if you kind of angle yourself and you find the perfect angle, you see like pretty much the entire doorway and the steps that are going through into it. And as you look, you see absolutely nothing.
You look really stupid doing that, by the way.
And then as Wes says that, you see a small childlike hand appear out of nowhere. And it's just this portion of the hand, so from the forearm up, go to the door and goes back inside. And then disappears. Like it sinks back into the nothingness. It's a purple, kind of slimy hand, to be honest.
I will. You said I saw that too?
Mm-hmm.
I will go over to the door, I guess, and kind of crack it open just a bit and say, "Who is it?" I don't like it. I really don't.
You hear a voice. May I come in?
Depends
And then
who
you see
are.
a large, bulbish nose kind of appear with like snot being snorted back in, and a huge head of this purple looking. The closest thing you can think is maybe like a goblin, but like this purple-headed weird creature with like this slime covering its skin, almost translucent. I need to talk. Can I come in?
I'll open the door.
As you open the door, you see as this entity kind of merges through out of like from the actual doorway, kind of walks through. And then as it takes its first step into the home, you don't see him anymore.
Oh. Alright, what'd you do?
Wes, you see that he's on top of what looks like to be the remaining parts of the chandelier.
Help you?
I have a message. Actually, as he kind of just hits the ground and he just falls, all of you get suddenly awoken to the presence of...
What the fuck is that?
This thing.
What the fuck
is that?
So he is half the size of a halfling, and his head is half of its body.
It is
so
kind of
cute.
adorable, but in a really ugly duckling kind of way, I guess.
Yeah.
It's so ugly,
Kinda
it's cute.
Like a pug.
Divine Smite!
No.
Sure. As you see this large headed entity, like you don't know where its chest and its stomach start, but it's half of its head is again. This is half the size, about a foot tall. Weird, like robes that are completely shattered. Disgusting, slimy, old goblin creature with this jaw extending over half of its butt. The proportions are completely mismatched. His jaw is twice the size that it should be, almost half of its entire head. His hands and feet are twice the size that it should be. He doesn't really look like he has a chest at all, as his head
just so amused.
doesn't look like his body should not support his head, as he kind of is walking almost ape-like. And he just looks at you. Hello, my name is Verfriend Tagogrun som Foresteria Bullington in Nost.
What?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
But some call me Tim.
As you say that, no, they call me Steve.
Yes. God. Nice to meet you.
As he kind of slobbers oil, you see that there's an oil being traced from as it's moving around, kind of getting on the glass and the stone. Nice to meet you. I
Message?
have a message.
Cool. Can we have it, please?
I was getting to it.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Message.
Yes, sir.
Interrupt, West.
I have a message from my master.
Cole, don't stare. It's rude.
I'm not trying to He looks down to his journal.
As you say that, he kind and he turns towards Cole as he kind of snots. You see a large bubble of snot just emerge from his nose, pops, and as it pops, it kind of gets on Ariell. Is like, great. You see the visibility of anger on him. Great. Oh God! And as he kind of
Ariel's got a spell for that. Ariell, do the thing.
Grabs his hand to remove the mucus. You see that it's his hand is stuck to himself.
Oh. I don't know if your spell can fix that.
And as he looks, it'll go away soon. As kind of like digs into his nose and throws more snot onto the floor. I have a message from Rotten Ursel. One other thing that you guys see, kind of a big thing that I don't know why I forgot. On his forehead, you see that it's been healed already, but it's a long-lasting scar of an eye.
Boy.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope.
Not like it. Nope.
Yes.
As he kind of walks over towards you, Wes, you got anything to eat?
I will dig into my bag and hand him a little piece of ration.
And then you see that he's very unsatisfied, kind of digs into his nose, throws something on it, and this like large pile of mucus, and then eats it.
Goodness.
Typical party animal.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
As he goes, as he starts walking back towards the center, you see that he completely disappears. Roll me perception, everybody.
I don't like it.
Hey, that's
a nat 20, so 27.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
Hey, Wes. Good.
I'm finally doing something.
18 for Rug.
Okay.
Wow.
Actually,
I got a 14.
Should probably roll his stealth. 23.
14, Laz. What are you doing?
I know, Laz.
So
She's
I
like
think
so worried about Arwen.
Cole
I
saw
rolled
it.
a 2.
Yeah, I got a 27 total.
Okay, so yeah, he got a 23 on stealth. So Cole, you only sees him as he's in a pile of where most of y'all's bags are, and you see that he's not making any noise, but he's taking things out.
Hey, like just you. Stop.
And you see that he grabs like I'll say one of many like pieces of a tankard. I'll say a tankard. And he kind of grabs it, breaks into the steel, and eats it.
Oh.
We're like, Yoda, stop that.
Well, that's new.
Puts it down. Sorry, I don't get to eat much.
Well, I mean, it's ruined now, so you might as well help yourself.
And just devours the entire tankard.
What?
As he says, "Oh, sorry, business before I get beat. This is an attempt at a peaceful resolution from the Rotten Ursel."
The rotten what?
Ursel. That's her name. He kind of like, he looks like he's not here. He also gives you the impression that he just doesn't care. He's unamused, very lack of emotion. Yeah, peaceful. If you give me the book, and he kind of extends his hand, and a bag appears, like just a sack. Looks like a potato sack, essentially. If you give me the book, her eye won't be on you.
Oh, shit.
So someone's been watching us the whole time.
Oh, I forgot. If she can see you, all of them can see you.
Oh.
How do you spell the name of the lady? The rotten what?
Ursel. Ursel.
Ursel. Okay.
Yeah, so Rotten Ursel is her name.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
By the way, I'm here. She knows where you are. Kind of spits on the ground. Book, please. And just with his other hand, grabs the sack of the potato sack and just kind of opens it up.
This rotten Ursel. Who is she? Where is she?
Nah, probably at her
guarding
home.
the tower.
No, but no.
Does she have some relation to the Lady of Silken String?
I think so. They don't pay attention. They beat me. And he steps forward towards you, Ariell, like half an inch, not really anything, from the distance that you guys are at. Book, please. You see that he's just there, standing and waiting. As after
I'm going
that
to
time,
take...
that's when Arwell's hand rips off. You can see that part of his skin was ripped off on his hand.
Oh shit! Oh lord.
That's not healthy.
Ariell, what do we do?
Please.
I'm going to pull out one of my books.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to put it in his bag.
Okay. So as you put the book in the bag, you see the book just falls through. That's the wrong book.
Shit.
Well, it's the only book that you are going to receive.
Okay. Bye. Stepping towards the door, and as the door opens, he turns around. She'll see you in your nightmares. You can't escape it now. You sentence yourself to death.
Gotta take it up with the other guy in my head, sorry.
When that happens, you, as the door is being opened, you don't see the Underdark anymore. You see a completely vast land of pure gray with mountainsides of just pitch black, rivers that are obscure gray as well. And as it walks through, you see the door starts close by itself. You see a entity being like a fiendish creature of a demon or devil something with like legs kind of looking almost lizard-like, with this full plate armor on and a halberd, as he kind of grabs onto chains and pulls another entity with golden armor on with no face but a mask extending in front with also halberds. You guys faced some of these before. They were guardians to the one fiend in Lamashtu's temple. As these entities with golden angelic armor move towards this little dude, and they all smash their halberds at the same time, striking it, and for a second you think it's dead, and you see that it kind of hops over and teleports 10 feet in front of him, as if this is a normal thing that occurs before the door closes. So Ariell says, I just needed money for my son, but you're fucked. And he kind of just sits down and tries to go to sleep.
And
well,
now you see
we should really have,
one
like, a
of the
policy this time.
reasons I wanted to face the Lady of Silken String. For now, we are doomed to nightmares, apparently, which is fantastic.
I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I think she's gotta wait in line because I've already got a guy in my head.
Which will hopefully be dealt with once we get out of this
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see.
You see Cole just sitting there doing the thing, like, you know how, like, you how some people do that thing with like the coins where they have it kind of like go over their hand and back.
Laz just starts playing One by Metallica on her harp.
Laz, did you say something earlier? I think your voice was overpowered. It's like, okay.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have had my guitar here.
With that, I'm going to try to put that out of my head and pray like crazy.
Okay, of course.
Because I'm scared.
To conclude tonight's game with a battle strategy for what's to come along. You guys have a plan, which is great.
We have a plan.
It only took us like 2 hours.
It took us 2 hours to come up with a plan. It's a good plan.
It's a decent plan.
It's a plan.
It's a plan.
All right. I'm going to roll a d8. And if I roll an 8, I'm going to ask one of you guys to roll a d8 as quickly as possible. And we're going to keep doing this.
Oh, boy.
Cool. As you guys fall asleep and wake up the next morning, everyone wakes pretty on time, except for Rognarv.
No!
Rognarv. As you have a horrible dream.
I don't know them. I'm not connected to them. They're not my friends.
You
Get out of my head.
felt many times you felt completely paralyzed, and you would wake up to the room that you were in, and you would feel things moving around you and crawling on your skin, and you know that you were awake and you couldn't move just to wake up again. Relax, like, oh, well, that's an odd dream. You look at your friends and they're no longer there, and then you felt that paralysis strike your body again. Then you would wake up again in the same exact room, and this kept looping over and over again, of you unsure if you were waking, if you were sleeping, what was happening, and just complete paralysis throughout the night, not knowing if your friends were there, if they're not there. The same dream over and over and over again. I need you to roll me a perception.
Oh, God.
Quick question.
Yes.
Since I'm kind of like guessing this is like in a dream or something. Perception, do I have advantage on that? Or
no, you do not. You do not have your shield.
Okay. Yeah, that was because I was wondering about that. Nope. That's why I need my shield.
What did you get?
That is a 13.
13? Okay. So the only thing additional that you would see is a long, towering, old purple woman with a huge protruding nose just digging her finger into your body.
Fuck!
And Rognarv, you're going to wake up drenched in sweat and startled. And your maximum HP has been dropped by 6.
Yep.
Oh,
Dealt with that before. I have very,
Well, at least we know what she's called now, apparently.
Bitch.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's game.
Oh my god.
So with a battle strategy, a quote-unquote attempt at a peaceful resolution, and a person that you thought, well, not that you thought, but that has been kind of not present for a while, re-emerging herself.
Yep.
All right, guys, we will edit this, put it on YouTube and on Spotify and Anchor in the days to come. Thank you so much for watching and staying tuned. Please be kind to each other out there. Things are cray-cray right now.
Things are cray-cray.
Peace and love is what we need.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. See you next time. Adios.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.